Buenos días, bienvenidos al curso de Español 2311. My name is Omar Valdez Rocha and I will be your instructor for the third semester of Academic Transfer Spanish. In this class, we will continue with oral practice with reading, writing, grammar, and cultural studies of the Spanish language. The course goal is for students to acquire a substantial amount of vocabulary and be able to communicate in the future and not just in the present and the past. So in this course, we will be looking at the future. We will be looking at modes like the conditional and like the subjunctive. So this is the first video of two. In this first video, I'm going to go over our syllabus and explain in general how your work will be graded, how your work is distributed. We're going to look at the calendar and where to submit your work. So to get started, I would suggest you go to eCampus and you click on Start Here. And I give you this little welcome mat in which I ask you to do all of these things today. Today, Tuesday, June is it the 6th? The 5th. So you need to review all the materials below to become familiar with the course requirements, with the objectives, and the structure of the course. We're going to go through the syllabus together, but I would really like for you to read the syllabus on your own and send me questions if you have them. You need to go to my DCCCD tab located at the top of the screen, click on personal information and update your email address because all of my communication with you is through email. So I will be sending you emails regularly every 3 days or so, more if necessary. And all of those emails are stored in the announcements page. So if for some reason you miss one or you want to make sure you didn't, go to the announcements page of our eCampus course shell. You'll be able to see all of the emails that I have sent you. Okay. Next, you need to print the syllabus. You need to read it, but we'll go over it together right now as well. You need to watch the orientation videos found under course information. If you look at the left, you have Start Here, announcements, syllabus, and then course information. And if you're watching this video, that means that you're already doing it, right? So this is the first of two. So if we click on course information, you will see Kia instructions. These are the written instructions on how to get to the Kia website, which is the website where you will be turning in about 60% of your homework. And if this is not clear enough, I have made a generic video in which you will see me talk about how to create an account, how to get a 3-week trial, and also just don't get too concerned with the details because this video that I made a month ago for a different class. So you will see me talk about a textbook that is not ours. Our textbook is called Plazas. The textbook that they discuss in this video is Alianzas. So don't worry about the textbook. And also don't worry about the time because I say Maymester or something like that. So you need to watch this video that you're watching right now and make sure that you continue and watch the Kia instructions video because I explain a little bit more than what the written instructions do. Okay? So after you watch those videos, you need to create an account at the Kia site, which is books.kia.com. But if you go to this document or this document, you'll be able to see that. Okay? And once you create an account, you already have work for today. So make sure that you go to Kia, you create an account, you give Kia the course code, right, which is right on our syllabus, which you'll see in a minute, and that you go to assignment calendar and you organize your assignment calendar by date, not by chapter, so that you can see exactly what is due today. And I think today we have 2 or 3 exercises. Okay. So today, in this video, I want to focus on the syllabus. And as I said before, my suggestion is for you to print it, for you to read it again, and for you to ask any questions if you have them. My email address is orvaldez@dcccd.edu. My name is Omar Valdez Rocha. This is Summer 1. This is our section number. And this is our Kia course code. So when you go to this Kia website that I keep referring, it'll ask you for either a book code or a course code. So since you don't have a book, you need to put the course code, and then it'll take you to the steps you need in order to buy access, in order to buy your online textbook. You have the option to buy the physical textbook, but you have everything you need on the online version. Since we're not meeting to do exercises, I strongly recommend for you to just get the online version, and you have access to all of these materials for but it depends on what you purchase, because you can buy 6 months access or 9 month or 12 months. So you'll have access to these materials beyond our course. Okay, so this class has prerequisites, right? You needed to have completed 1411, 1412, which is just Spanish 1 and 2. Okay. And we will continue with practicing our oral skills, as well as moving beyond the present and the past. Now we're going to be discussing the future tense. We're going to be discussing modes like the indicative, like the conditional, and the subjunctive. Right? So course materials. The option A is for you to get a bundle, right? So you can get it at the El Centro College bookstore, and it includes a 6-month Kia access code. And the bundle list, Plazas is the name of our textbook, and you get volume 3, which will only include chapters 11 through 15. And this is the ISBN for that. But I strongly recommend for you to get the Kia access code, which includes the textbook as well as 6-month access, or 24 depending on what you purchase, to your workbook. So it'll have the book and the workbook. And this workbook is where you turn in your homework. So make sure that if you decide for some reason to purchase the code outside of this, which I don't recommend because this is actually the best price that you can get for these materials, then you need to make sure that you have access to the workbook, because that's where you not only do your daily work, you also do your exams. And we'll discuss more, and if you have any questions, just send me an email. Regarding emails, I'm really good at replying to you promptly. Just give me 24 hours to reply to your email, but more often than not, I reply before then. The grade calculation, our Spanish courses use a point system, which is a total, you can get a total of 3,500 points for the whole class. And that's the maximum possible points. And your letter grade will be determined based on where your point total falls on. So if your total falls between 3,150 to 3,500, then you will get an A at the end of the class, and so forth. So a grade is calculated by completing Kia assignments and eCampus assignments, which are the Blackboard stuff. Okay? There is some stuff that is in Spanish and some stuff that is in English. Let's look at the Kia assignments, which is all in Spanish. Okay? So the workbook, no, I'm sorry. There's, let me see. I think it's mostly in Spanish. So for the Kia assignments, every day you will have work. You will have 5, 7 exercises that are your textbook activities. And each chapter, at the end of each chapter, each bunch of exercises are worth 100 points. We will be covering 5 chapters, so your textbook activities per chapter are worth 100 points each. You will also have workbook activities, and those usually they fall on a Saturday or a Friday. Those are 20 plus exercises that you need to complete after you complete a week worth of activities. So let's say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every day you have textbook activities. And on that Friday, you have 20 workbook activities, which is trying to reinforce what you learned the past week. Those are worth 100 points as well. And because we have 5 chapters, that will total 500 points. You will have 4 speaking tests. We don't have a speaking test for chapter 11, but you do for 12, 13, 14, and 15. And these recordings need to be about 1.5 to 3 minutes in length. And you will also have a final speaking test, and you will have chapter exams. Since we have 5 chapters, chapter 11 and 12 are worth 150 points. Chapter 13 is your midterm, it's worth 200 points. Chapter 14 will be 150, and your final exam is worth 250 points, for a total of 5 exams. But just remember that 13 and 15 are worth slightly more. All of that you will submit on the KIA website. Okay? books.kia.com, you create an account, and you follow the instructions on the second video that you will watch after this one. The other batch of assignments you will submit on eCampus or Blackboard. There will be 2 compositions in Spanish. There will be 2 discussion forums. One is on culture, and one is on critical thinking. And that is, those are 100 points each. There will be 2 second batch of discussion boards. One is about me that you will complete later this week. And you give me all of your information and you give a picture of yourself. And a discussion on academic dishonesty. And each one of those is worth 50 points. And the last assignment, it's composed of 3 activities, but it's the same project. You will complete a reflective paper based on a topic that I give you. This essay will be done exclusively in English, and it's a topic regarding language, diversity, and culture. And it changes every semester. So this semester, we will discuss the topic, but you can already find it if you go to assignments and you go to the reflective project. But it's an assignment, I think it's between 400 and 600 words. You need to create a PowerPoint for that assignment with audio, and you need to also proofread someone else's work for 200 points each. So your essay will be worth 200, your PowerPoint 200, and your proofreading of someone else's work 200 points as well, for a maximum of 3,500. Right? So because this is an online course, there needs to be more discipline, more consistency, more responsibility. I do not accept late homework. We just do not have the time, and it is not helpful to what we're trying to do. So you need to complete the assignments in a timely manner so that you can be tested for that. So there are some recommendations that I can give you. First, you need to study the chapter. We're going to talk about the calendar in a minute, but I give you what to read, what to watch, and what to complete. So you should follow what I give you out on the calendar. Your every action, everything that you need to do in order. But you need to study the chapter, which is a given, right? You need to watch the lecture notes. You need to read the lecture notes and the videos. The book has videos. I have videos as well. So you need to watch those as well. And then you need to complete the textbook activities. And if you have workbook activities that day, you need to complete both of them. The difference between the textbook activities and the workbook activities is workbook is mainly all written, and the textbook activities, these are mostly oral exercises. You need to have a computer with a microphone or with a headset. You need to figure out if you're able to record, and because this is a requirement for the course, I do not accept any homework outside of KIA. So you need to go today to the KIA assignments, try and record and see if you are running into problems. Okay? Sometimes when you record, sometimes there's a mute button. The Kia website sometimes asks you to allow the hardware to use, allow the website to use the hardware of your computer. So you click allow, and sometimes you need to click allow twice. So make sure that you do that. And sometimes if you're using Safari, sometimes you need to use Chrome or Internet Explorer. You need to figure out what works. Okay? So if for some reason you're not recording, try a different browser. Usually that helps. And make sure that you do have the technical requirements for the for the website. And if you go to the homepage of Kia, books.kia.com, at the top there's a technical requirement page where it asks you for Flash, like Adobe software and so forth. So make sure that you can record, because there's no late homework, and we don't accept homework outside of Kia. So make sure that you have that. So the textbook activities, sometimes it'll ask you to work with a partner, because these exercises are meant for an in-class setting. So when they tell you have a conversation, just treat it as a monologue. Or if there are questions, ask yourself those questions. Be a little creative when it asks you to work in a group or a partner. Do it as a monologue. Do it play both parts. Right? And I spoke about the speaking tests a little bit. This is chapter exams. Okay. And about the campus assignments. So this is it for the syllabus. If you go to syllabus calendar on eCampus, you will find the syllabus and you will find the course calendar. In here, I pretty much break down your work day by day. So today you will study the syllabus, you will watch the orientation videos, you will create a Kia account, and you will start chapter 11. I tell you what to read, and I tell you where to go to complete it. The same goes for Wednesday. You read these pages, you watch the tutorial video on Por and Para. That's on the ebook, and I also have one. So if the video from the textbook is not enough, go watch my video and email me if you have any questions. On Thursday, the discussion board about me, where you give me information about your background, where if you speak Spanish and I ask for a picture of yourself, this is when it's due, and that's worth 50 points. On Friday, you will read this, you will watch this, and you will watch this as well, and this is due. You will always have Kia work every day. It is very rare when you don't. Your exams are on Kia. Your workbook activities are on Kia. You read all of that on Kia, and Kia is doing all of these days. There might be a couple of days, like the 29th, for example, where all you have is your composition due. And those days you don't have Kia work. But everything is laid out. All of your work on Kia is already posted. I would suggest you work ahead 2 or 3 days. Since I don't accept any late work, life happens and you need to be ahead 1 or 2 days. And you can, I mean, if you have the time, you can finish the course. You cannot finish the course, but you can do a lot of the work on Kia right now, because all of this is already posted. So on Saturday, you will have workbook. This for chapter 12, it falls on a Friday. For chapter 13, it falls on a Friday as well. And the tests are falling on Sunday most of the time, Saturday. And then our last day is the 6th. And as these assignments keep being due, the assignments on eCampus, I mean, like the composition, those big assignments, the reflective projects, the discussion boards, I will be sending you emails. But I will not be sending you emails for you to complete your Kia work. Every day, you need to head to Kia and see what's on the calendar. You need to go to eCampus, print this page for the course calendar, and every day you need to go to Kia, books.kia.com, look at your assignment calendar, look by date, and see what's up. Okay? So go check the second video now for how to sign up for Kia, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.